เอ๊ะเฮ้ยใช้ได้ใช้ได้ใช้ได้ก็ใช้ได้อะ
He literally just went by over there. It looked like the balladeer. No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
โอเคฟูชั่นทดสอบพรสวรรค์โอเคครับเดี๋ยวผมจะมาให้คุณทดสอบตัวอีกรอบหนึ่งนะครับอ๋อช่างแสบตาเหลือเกินใช้ได้ถือว่าใช้ได้อยู่
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida! Bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or...
เสียงดีดนิ้วมันเข้า
Sure enough, you're here.
กลับมาแล้ว
Doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana. I'm just supposed to be laughed at.
เนี่ย
I know you must have a lot of questions.
สวัสดีค
Please,
รับ
allow me to explain.
กลับมาแล้ว
It was my idea to set the balladeer free.
กลับมาเราก็จะหายไป
He's gonna do some
10 วัน
investigation in
เอ้ย
the
เดี๋ยว
Ramen
นะ
for me.
เราพิมพ์ว่าไงนะแป๊บนึงนะหายนั่นก่อน
You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case,
อยู่ไหนวะ
why haven't you done it already?
อ๋อนี่ไง โอเค
Flatter
ครับ
yourself. It
ทำอะไรโดนสนในสตรีมตลอด
Nahida said there's
ขอ
still some mysteries in
ลา
there to figure
ไป
out.
10 วัน
so
โอเค
if it were
เด้อ
up to
10 วัน
you,
เด้อเอ้า
you'd
เขียน
finish the
วัน
job?
วออ่านเอาวัน
Guess
เด้อ
I had you all wrong.
อยาก
There I was
เดี๋ยว
thinking you were just getting cold
เดี๋ยว
feet.
เด้อ
Well,
ไลฟ์
that
ถึงตอนไหน
escalated
ล่ะครับ
quickly.
ไลฟ์ถึงตอน
Not a
ตี
good
สอง
start.
พอดี
Can I ask
ถึง
you
ตี
all
ส
to
อง
please calm down?
ตีสอง
Worried about you,
จ้า
Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
หายไปนะ
It's not every day you see people questioning the
หา
God
ย
of
หอ
Wisdom's
หีบ
judgment
เอ้ย ไม่ใช่ หาย
just
ไป
when you think you've seen it all.
Don't
สวัสดี
you
ครับ คุณ
dare
ฟอก
try to
ผม
drive
จำคุณได้แล้ว ผมจำคุณได้แล้ว คุณก็คือคนใน VR นี่
I don't think there's a problem in making a deal, even with the balladeer.
Well, I, for one, have no reason.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand
ตอน
more
แรก
about
กล่าวว่า
that
จะ
in
มา
the
บอก
fullness
ลา
of
ตอน
time.
เช้าตลอดแต่ว่าอัปเดตยังไม่เสร็จเลย
The balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your
เตรียม
battle.
เล่นเกมอื่น
He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position.
ผมเล่นมอน
Plus,
ฮันอ่ะ
he's
เจ
a
อกัน
fellow
ได้
harbinger with
มอนฮัน
knowledge
ภา
of
คไหน
many
ก็
of the
มา
Fatui's sensitive
ไม่ได้ทุก
secrets.
ภาค
Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a harbinger?
ฉากนี้น่าจะเจอกับหุ่นยนต์สกาลา
I
มุด
take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no
ส
intention
กาลา
of
มุดก็เปลี่ยน
welcoming
ผ้า
back
เป็น
the
ผ้าลม
losers, so...
น่าจะประมาณนี้ปะเคยเห็นในไอ้นั่นอยู่อะไอ้ที่เป็นแนว
Sometimes it's
Yeah,
you
well,
using them,
เอ่อ
other times
แนวแบบ
it's
วิดี
them
โอแล้ว
using
ก็
you.
เห็นเป็น
Most
ส
human
กาลามุดสอง
relationships
คน
are this way. Certainly all the
Belong.
stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui, and also between each of the harbingers. So as long as you have some value to
มัน
offer,
ต่อจากเคว
nobody
สใน
will
เรื่อง
ever
ของ
abandon
ครั้ง
you.
ก่อน
But after
Right,
recent
don't
ev- well,
หรือ
if
กิ
the
จ
Fatui
กรรม
are
เล่น
going to
ช่วง
reevaluate
ตอน
my
ตี 1 ตี
utility,
2
I need to have a backup
Yeah,
plan for
what's up?
myself.
As
เอา
we
เควส
discussed,
ให้มันเสร็จ
I
ๆ
don't
ที
like
ละอัน
causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're
โอ
your
เค
friends,
มา
so I
เรามา
guess
พิมพ์
you'll
กัน
be
ดีกว่า
siding with them.
ซึ่ง
Obviously!
เอ่อ
Don't listen to him!
ไลฟ์อย่างอื่น
Then
มา
let's put
อย่าง
that
อื่น
discussion
อ่ะ
to the
อย่าง
side
อื่
for
น
now.
อย่างอื่น
We still have time.
มา
Today can be a
Sarah?
trial run.
มาโม
Where we
ม้า
go
ส
from
ระอา
here
มา
will depend
ค
on
รับ
how well we
แล้ว
manage to cooperate today.
All
มาบอก
right,
มา
then I'll do what we agreed.
Good.
มาแจ้ง
Go
มาแจ้ง
now.
มา
and
แจ้ง
keep in
โอ
touch.
เคมาแจ้ง
Nikita, are you...
มาหายไป
serious about
นานเพราะ
Yes.
อืม
I have no reasons for this decision.
กับ
In fact, I'm largely doing it for your
รี
benefit.
มไปด้วยมันไม่ค่อยมีเวลาเล่นเหนื่อยมาก
Yes.
ใช่ฉันเหนื่อย
As
มาก
I told you
ฉั
once
นเหนื่อยมาก
before, there's information about your
Don't you
twin
bother.
merman soul. Oh
ที
yeah.
นี้ฉันก็
Actually,
ส
that's
ตรี
the
มใน
whole reason we came to see you
YouTube
today. So you have an update on that?
แต่สักพัก
You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had
Polo
not
ด้วย
included your twin's
Wow.
details in the descender
พอรู้ว่า
category.
อยู่ที่นี่
This is an extremely important point.
ซึ่งเห็นแล้วเนี่ย
It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new
มัน
era.
คุ้นซะแบบเห
Even
มือน
though he
ไม่
no
เคยเจ
longer
อ
has the Gnosis, the amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information and should be able to find it more quickly. Exactly! Or what if...
จะรอดูโชคชะตาว่ามันจะทำให้ฉันหยุดหรือไม่แบบถ้าหากถึงเวลาตอน000มันอาจจะหายไปเลยก็ได้
But sometimes
ศูนย์
everything is
ศูนย์
dictated by
จุด
which
ศูนย์
side you're on. How things will go in the
หาย
future
ไป
depends on what
มั้งนะ
information he brings
หา
back.
ยไป
And Traveler,
มั้งนะ
I know what your heart desires
ห
most
รื
of
อ
all.
ไม่หาย
Our minds have connected several times
หา
before.
ยกันนะ
There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing,
ดวงมันเกี่ยวไหมเนี่ยดวงไป
searching for the one candle
Long
whose light still burns.
ถ้ามันอยากหายก็
As
คือหาย
Sumeru's
แต่
deity,
ถ้ามันไม่อยากหา
it
ย
is my
มันก็ต้อง
responsibility to be
ย้าย
on
ฉันหาย
guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it. It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it. Paimon's still worried about this idea. I was going to contact you about that. In
เสียง
fact,
กด
I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task
เสียง
I
กดกล้ามพิม
assigned.
พ์ไม่ค่อยเข้าแต่เสียง
Even
ไม่
though he
ชัด
only
เจน
has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction
Yeah,
of a
kick
full
Mao.
harbinger.
ไม่เข้า
If you could accompany him,
เราใช้
it would
เป็น
put my mind at ease.
เอาอะไรเสียง
Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
เนี่ยใส่แชทอื่นมา
Great.
ปะปน
Thank
นะ
you.
แชทแบบ
Prepare
อ่าน
yourself.
แชทแบบ
I'm going to
Long chat.
transport you into
โอเคอ๋อ
Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up
ฉัน
short
จะคอย
just to
จะ
keep
เต้น
me
ยังไง
company.
นะ
Oh,
Shut your beak, jailbird.
เจ้าหมอนี่ยังไม่จะบทเก่งเหมือนเดิมเลยขนาดเป็นนักโท
I
ษนะ
understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards.
เป็นนัก
But
โทษ
right
ที่
now,
ถูกคุกคาม
I'm on
เป็นธรรมดา
temporary
แต่ตอน
release.
นี้ฉันถูกป
So
ล่อย
maybe
ตัว
you
ชั่ว
should
คราว
think
แต่
about
นี้ก็
backing
คือ
off
อยา
a
ก
little.
จะ
Sounds
ตระ
like a
หนักไว้
successful rendezvous.
พวก
I need to be quite clear about
โค
something.
ตรเร็วอ่ะ
In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul.
นี่สินะผม
It is
ทำ
an
มา
environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively
ยึด
of
สร้างไม่เสร็จ
torrents of
ใช่
information.
ถ้าแบบใช้
You
เวลา
must
ก่อ
put
สร้างนาน
aside
มาก
your differences and be extremely
No.
careful as you navigate your way
ไม่
through.
รู้ว่าคนอู้งานหรือว่า
grievances
ดิสมัน
between you
ไม่อยากให้เสร็จ เพราะว่ามันไม่เสร็จอยู่
Let's
แล้ว
call it truce.
ก็
But
ค
only
ล้ายๆแบบ
until
มันไม่
this
เสร็จก็
mission
คือ
is
ไม่เสร็จ
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are going to be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating
อนุ
connection
ญาต
procedure.
ให้เข้าถึงกำลังเชื่อมต่อวอด
Is this a
เย
smart
เกอร์ไม่ใช่ไอ้นั่นอ่ะ
Look,
หุ่น
darn it!
พิฆาต
Come
ไค
on,
จู
let's catch up with him.
เชื่อมจิต
Wow. So this is the inside. Ooh.
ก็
Paimon's
But
never seen
how
anything
would I
like
think?
this. And it feels like a sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means
ใช่ได้
something.
ใช่ได้
Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do
Don't
the
go
opposite
Lisa,
of everything he
โอ
says?
เคดีกว่าดีแฟบจอ
Lesser
ขาว
Lord
แล้ว
Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart
ใช่
of
มีแต่แอด
Irminsul.
มินอ่ะ
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
มีแต่แอดมินที่
Yes.
ที่คุย
Permission
แท
to
น
begin
คนดู
searching
อ่ะ
for
อ่ะ
information there?
Permission
เดี๋ยวไม่
granted.
นานมันก็อัปเดตขึ้นเรื่อยๆเดี๋ยวจะบอร์ดเข้ามา
Let's go.
เราทุกอย่าง
Stay
เข้ามาล้างหม
close.
ด
Don't
กว่า
go
ที่ติด
running
ตัว
off.
มีจะทำไม่ได้
Hey, so say we did go running off in
ท
here.
ดสอบทั้งหมด
What would happen? What are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
จะทำอะไรให้คนไม่ชอบเหรอเนี่ยฉันทำอะไรให้คนไม่ชอบเหรอเนี่ยใช่นะก็ก็นายทำอะไรจะนาย
These sapling things have spread out.
สำรวจเอาสิ
Those are all
What?
packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
จับอะไรมั่วซั่วสิต้องเดินงั้นเดินตามนี่สำรวจต่อไป
It looks the same in every direction.
ที่เหลือก็ดูเอามิติทางจากปกติด้วยน้ำสดระวังหน่อยหมดวี
No wonder he mentioned about getting lost.
เจ้าหมอนี่อารมณ์ข้าง
You know, he
ดู
was
ท่า
actually
ไม่ได้
telling
หลอก
the
เรา
truth.
นะ
Is he mocking me again?
บอกว่าอย่างฉันหมายความว่าไงฉันไม่ทราบ
There's a time and a place to lie,
ฉันขอขึ้น
but
อยู่กั
this
บเวลาและ
definitely
ส
isn't
ถาน
it.
ที่ซึ่ง
So why don't you
เลิก
relax your
ตอนนี้
guard a
เลิก
little?
เติบโตไม่ใช่อะไรวะเติบโตไม่ใช่
We're here.
เอ้ยพูดว่าไงวะ
Huge
เติบ
tree.
โต
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it.
ตื่นตุ้ม
Are you ready?
ready when you are.
พูดผิดไปตลอด
Then please begin. Preparing to access
ก็ออนไล
cognitive
น์ไปสิ
currents.
ทำไม
Establishing waypoint.
The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him.
ทำไม
Guess he must want to stay alive.
แนวหน้าดิเย้
The rest is
เป็น
up
ค
to
น
you.
แปลก
If you discover any,
Will do.
For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
ไม่ค่อยพอใจเลยไม่รู้ว่า
would you like to talk? Yes, I've also invited Paimon to join.
Huh? What the? We can
ไอ้
talk
สองยังไหวจ้ะ
inside our heads?
That's
Paimon's never tried this before. This is
ข
great.
นาด
So,
ความคิดมันยังอ่าน
I
ได้
wanted to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladier's a bit of a walking contradiction?
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers. Well done. Smart and attentive as always.
เดี๋ยวนะ ก็จริง
So,
คือ
you made contact with
That's the-
that part of his mind. Well,
เรา
it's true.
เราจะมาดูทำไม
Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt.
ก็
Everyone has a history of Paimon, even if
Oh,
they're a
man, yeah.
puppet created by the
Ah.
Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of that.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
ให้เขาทบทวนแล้วลองคิดดูว่า
How interesting. Those two managed to deduce
เขา
quite
ได้
a lot through
จะทำอะไร
guesswork alone.
ได้
So the Gese got it right?
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna
แค่
was
ตีมันครบแล้วอ่ะ
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not
แค่ตีมันครบ
involved.
แล้วผมเล่นไม่ได้ครบสี่คนหรอก
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said
โอ้โห
conversation.
มัน
Of
มีอะไร
course
ทำ
you
มา3 ชั่วโมงเลยเหรอ
You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
ไม่
Still
จะ
looking.
เตรียม
Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait,
อ่า
how did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
อ่า
It's not like we've never met before.
เราเคยเจอกันที่
anyway,
ไลฟ์
you're world
เรา
famous.
ไม่ใช่เหรอ
It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
This light. It
เครื่อง
looks
เสียง
similar
นี่
to
คือ
the
เหมือนร
saplings.
ถเกอร์
Anonymous data.
ข้อมูลไม่ทราบ
Hey,
ชื่อ
don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's
ต้องรอต่อไปครับ
Whoa!
ใช่ตามหลักมันต้องเป็นอย่างนั้น
I have been in Tatarasuna for some time now. You have shown me
that's
great
easy.
hospitality. Under your leadership, Tatarasuna is a warm, welcoming place. Like a giant village. People are gainfully employed.
มันจะ
Their
มา
lives
ประ
have
มาณ
purpose.
ช่วงดึก
They are motivated. As I understand, the
See,
rising
now,
shogun
now.
has, in recent years, eliminated
This is
much of the
shield,
evil
yeah.
that plagued Inazuma. As for
ๆน่า
Tatarasuna,
สนุกดีนะ
it was originally established as a means of safely disposing the
Me,
forging
that
industry
mesh
of crystal marrow as a raw material
เอ้า
has
มัน
since
ดูไม่จริง
flourished,
เปล่า
giving rise to
Well,
generations of
it's hard.
swordsmiths. Some
เป็น
world-renowned,
แวมไพร์
others
ไม่ปูน
unknown,
ซะเลย
all passing on their legacy. Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now,
เอ้ยมันสี่
you
อะ
remain one
ตอน
of
นี้มี
Tatarasuna's
ห้า
key
บวกผมก็
consultants,
ไปก็กลายเป็นหกอะ
working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
แบคโฟบัตอะมันลดราคาเหลือ
From the
พัน
outset, I
เอ้ย
saw
เหลือ
much
ร้อย
that
ห้า
was
สิบ
commendable
ถึ
in
ง
the
วันที่
forging
22
industry of Inazuma,
ซื้อซะ
and it has been my
Ah,
great
yeah, see.
honor to befriend you all.
ฉันมีแล้ว
So you say.
แต่ชัตตี้มันไม่พอ
Is this
หรอ
really the truth?
My good sir, what do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. And I didn't want to believe that things
Oh,
would
that's
turn
good,
out this
indeed.
way. What have we gained from adopting your new
ฉัน
technology?
ไม่อยากเชื่อนะ
Ominous
ว่ามัน
black
จะหาย
smoke? Mounting production
หรื
problems?
อว่ามันจะอยู่ต่อ
Recently,
กันเนี่ย
as you well know, someone
Nah,
died
hello,
because of that
I'm seeing
strange
going to
filth
back.
inside
I'm
the
gonna
furnace.
do it,
None of the
I'm
people
gonna
who went
back.
out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher?
พวกนายชอบแต่ฉันเกลียดไง
Otherwise, why would you still be
man, yang
standing
nga,
there with
son.
that smile on your face?
I'm just
Ding.
surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed
Nah,
that
mas
there's one
si
common
Samoa.
denominator among all these events.
โอ้เมื่อยแย่
Namely
ยืน
you, Escher.
ยืนไล่
But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I.
นี่ยืนไล่
He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's
แล้ว
honor,
ทำไมฉัน
an
มาอยู่ใน
abundance of
พลาสติก
caution
บอล
is
นะ
well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic.
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I've...
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can... I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you?
Judging from the look in your
ไม่ได้ผม
eyes,
ออกอ่ะ
you don't
Man,
seem
man,
to
man,
trust
man.
me.
มันแทนก็ได้เลยนะ01
We're past that now. Whoever you are,
01เปิด01
it looks like your plan to
01
destroy Tatarasuna has
อ๋อ
worked.
01ใครวะ
I just want to know what you're still doing here.
อ่า
Don't you have all your answers by now?
อ่า
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You.
อิสตายเลย
You're a little smarter. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a
Okay.
long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity and what I seek in Tatara Suna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
If you
หนึ่
kill
ง
me,
สองสามสี่
there's no one who can get inside the
แปด
furnace.
เก้าคนเลยเหรอ
You're really going to
Oh
destroy
my
this
God.
place?
Oh, but
แยกไปอยู่
you're
คน
quite
เดียวดี
wrong.
แล้วโอ้โหดีแล้ว
There
อยู่
is
คน
one
เดียว
other person.
เกินไป
Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself.
อ่อน
You're not a puppet. You're
Yeah,
a
and give me-
human.
ยัน
You're just missing a heart.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
ใช่ได้ใช่ได้
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity.
ไหวอยู่แล้วไหวอยู่
I'm a Fatui harbinger. Call me
ทำไมถึงไม่ไหวเหรอ
the Doctor.
The Fatui? Who? What do you want?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake, even without
เนี่ย
you,
เราทำไง
that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who
อัน
is
นี้ก็
not
อะ
of
ไร
our
ไม่รู้
kind?
ออกไปอ๋อฉันเอามาแทนโอ้โหใช้ได้เลยด้วย
You give
วางไว้เอาวางแทนตัวผม
tell
แล้วก็ปรับตรงเนี้ยให้เป็น
Nagamasa
30เอ้ย3,000
see him as
3,010 3,2003,200แล้ว
has
แบบ
nothing to prove to
พอ
anyone.
ได้อยู่จอยจงคือเลย
Because not
ตื่น
everyone.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? Mr. Niwa,
ทดสอบ
already dead.
จะเอาพัดลมมาเป่าตัวเองเพราะมันร้อน
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's
มัน
inner
มัน
workings.
ใช้ได้แต่ว่ามันหนาว
What fun it was.
ตอนนี้มันหนาวโอ้ my god
I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he...
Doctor.
Hey,
Dottore. Good. Good.
was that the doctor? Did he? But why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments,
Maybe so. But it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
ไอ้เหี้ยขอโทษครับ ไอ้เหี้ยเผลอพูดคำหยาบ
Give him some space. He looks really mad.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
I'm still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture.
การนอนเล่นก็น่าสนใจ
Katsuragi took the kabuki mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna.
อยากนอนเลย
Later,
เหรอ
the doctor showed up, disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for."
26%
He
จะ
took
ได้
it straight from the
ภาพ
chest of
ที่
one
ดี
of
อยู่
his innocents. The mechanic
ก็เพราะว่า
removed the withered
ไม่
heart from
ไม่
the
นอน
device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it has protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim?
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Dottore, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
เอ้า ไม่บอกให้ทำอะไร
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost... It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here.
แค่ตายอีกแล้วอะ
But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Tevat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Huh? About what?
The reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was her first destination when she arrived in this world. Plus, she only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with you. I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now. Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me. Give me your hand. Can you hear my voice inside your head? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past? Done.
Huh? What happened? Paimon only—
Nothing. I was just thanking him for helping me. So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone.
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Oh no, he's really gone!
Oh, can you hear me?
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut.
It was the Balladier's fault. He shut you—
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible. This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before? He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible! Right! You can't just rewrite history! All that stuff happened already in real life! It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel... Ooh, Paimon's so... Huh? Ah! Sorry, Paimon accidentally... But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable! Is that really possible in Irminsul? Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working. Ugh! Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise... There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we... Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so... So, how about... we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off. Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish. Oh, and chicken and Drayan chili chicken. Almond tofu. Satisfying salad. Oh, also a... What do we... Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. What was it again? The Balladeer? Is that a food too? Huh. Weird name, though. What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said? So, the Balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something. Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Fine by Paimon, but
Let's go.
is
Yasuma.
everything okay?
Let's go.
You're acting like this is an
จิปิจิปิจับปะจับปะโรบิโรบิโรบิโรบิสลาเมื่อยเมื่อยจังย่อยยอม
Add Astra. Thank you for completing.
รับความครอบครับโอเค
Add Astra.
อืม
Once, there was a glorious kingdom established among the heavens.
อ้าว
From that kingdom came a crowned heir, tasked with seeking out the Genesis Pearl from the kingdom of darkness. The first crowned heir began her journey of seeking the pearl. But she was deceived, and the memory of her noble origins faded. She now believed that she was the queen of the kingdom of darkness. But take heart. A second crowned heir had already taken up the path where the first had stumbled. This is the story of your journey, of your tale to be told.
คืออะไรอ่ะคืออะไรคือเป็นคัสซีนของใครหรือว่าคัสซีนตอนมอของหรืออะไรลองดูอย่างโลบริหารไปน่าเกลือโอเคทำไมมันขึ้นอย่างนี้อยู่นี่คืออะไรอ่ะเลือกอธิษฐาน10 ครั้งการันตีว่ามีโอกาสไอเทม4 ดาวหรือสูงกว่าออกแน่นอนอ้าวยกเลิกการเลือกอ๋อเลือกอ๋อ
Don't you think my craftsmanship deserves a higher price?
It's an easy job, isn't it?
Really?
10 ครั้งเลยอ่ะอันนี้ก็การครั้งที่1 10 ครั้งรวมธรรมดาด้วยนี่รับไม่ได้จะยังมีไม่พอจะรอดูนะครับว่ามันจะหายไปหรือเปล่าข้างไหนอ๋อไหนก็คือเป็นเหมือนกับว่าสการมุดจะได้สู้กับสการมุดอีกคนหนึ่ง
We've made it to Amanuma Smithy!
Ah,
It's been a
เวท
while.
เทพเจ้า
Of course. Go ahead. No. Now there's a question. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, the art of forging practiced by these 5 clans, was first taught to them personally. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old. But fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the
Oh, yeah, we were! Paimon remembers that now. We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then, too. It seems like such a shame.
That,
Oh,
in fact,
yeah.
this was not made known to me. For he told me that, as we are
ต้อง
both
ฟาร์ม
heirs
เงิน
to a
สัก
branch
ประ
of the
มาณ
Raiden
3 ล้าน
Gokuden,
ถึงอัพ
it was
ตัว
right
ได้
that I should know the truth.
โอ
There is
เค
no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale. The Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful? Why?
400 years ago, so I'm told,
มัน
there
ผ่าน
was
มั
a
นไปได้
catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace.
Yeah, you see that
Tatarasuna
about
was
that,
home to a
right.
state-of-the-art forging and smelting
ผมก็จะรอดู
operation in that day. And
สิ่ง
overseeing
ที่
it
ผม
was the armory
คิดมาตลอด
officer.
มองมันจะหายไปแน่
His
นอน
surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of the smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty shogun for her apparent indifference, powerless, and alas. Finally, he made a drastic decision. In his fury, he murdered but when he came to the that is why the Kaedehara
คุณ
clan
ลุงพูดมากยังครับ แก่แล้วยังพูดมากเยอะ
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Kazuha? My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. On to the next.
ก็สิฮะโอ้ย500 โลอีกที เครื่องอ๋ออยู่นี่มีอยู่2 3สวยเดี๋ยวนะ มันมีวิธีครอบง่ายๆอยู่นี่
One.
ฮะเล่นตัวไหนวะจำไม่ได้อะแต่ของมันเรามีแค่ชิ้นเดียวอันนี้เป็นของฮัลโหลโมโหตาถั่วได้มา ก็ได้อยู่ก็ได้อยู่เอาไปทีละ20ถือว่าใช้ได้let's go เอาไปเลย20เราก็สู้กับบอสรายสัปดาห์ก็ได้จริง
traveler! It's been a while. If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is
Are they out on business?
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
ยังฟอร์เวลา
If it
ยัง
were
ฟอร์
anyone
เข้า
else,
ป่า
I couldn't allow it.
ถ้าเป็นคน
But
อื่น
seeing
อา
as
จ
you're
จะ
so
ไม่
close
ได้
with the Commissioner and
ไม่
Miss
ได้คิดแต่
Kamisato,
เป็น
I think it should be open.
We'll be heading in
ไม่เป็น
then.
ใครแล้วพอขอเข้าไปนะ
Hmm?
เวลาเข้าห้องอ่ะต้องแบบ
Hello, dears.
มีมารยาท
Of
ใช่
course,
เราต้องมีมาร
traveler.
ยาท
Yes, I know who you are. What would you like to know? Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss As for the commissioner himself, well, you know, busy as ever. That much hasn't changed. Although,
โอเค
Business as
มั้ง
usual on the
มั้ง
Yashiro Commission, huh?
very much so.
ได้ปะเฮ้ย เฮ้ย เฮ้ย ใช่ปะเนี่ย
Well,
ถามจริงว่าวันนี้สตรีมยันตีสองได้จริงดิ
You're very
No, it's you.
welcome. In fact, I would love
And
nothing
it's
more
big,
than
like,
for
you may not
you
think
to
that,
come and
but-
visit more
โอ
often.
เค สตรีมยันตี
But
สองแล้ว
I'm
ก็นอน
sure you must be far too busy to
Well,
have
that's how
time
I
for that. Miss Kamisato talks about you all
เพื่อน
the
นานๆทีจะได้เล่น
time.
ไง
She seems so thrilled to have you as a friend, and she's always saying how talented you. I must say, I mean it. Whenever the commissioner has such a busy schedule that he doesn't. They say it's because Toma is a much better chef than most. They get to talking. Miss Kamisato occasionally joins. It's been many years now as someone who is so in the future. If you wonderful.
Paimon likes it here too. Also, Paimon's itching to try it. We made it.
Of course.
All right, goodbye for now. Great.
Bye.
Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry, we'll.
All right.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yep. Everything's taken care of now. Don't worry.
Very well. Safe travels. Goodbye.
This weather is perfect. We should move out.
ตู้ปะ
Do I have company?
What kind of person comes to a place like this and just spaces out? Let's find out. Come on, let's ask this guy.
Hey, I wasn't spacing out. I was pondering some problems.
Sure you were. Your eyes were glazed over, dude. You were a million miles away.
Why are you making fun of me? I told you I wasn't spacing out. I was ruminating on some problems. Technological.
Oh, he said Tatarasuna. Looks like we came to the right person.
Oh, is there something you want to know about Tatarasuna? My name's Xavier. Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away. Like the back of my hand? Make no mistake, I have been here a good many times before. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. They said it's all, Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? The tale of Tataras. I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation. Goes back around 1,000 years.
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about that?
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about...
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam or something.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for historical knowledge? Sure, go ahead. A kabuki mono? I do know the word. Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I. Of course! Don't men.
Oh, we're leaving? Okay, bye, Xavier.
Oh, you're most well. Farewell.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but keep your smile, Spider. Hey, don't. All right, let's head.
Dust!
Hey there! Attack! That's the way. Hey there! Hey there! Go and splash!
Terra Smash!
To ashes!
Coming at ya! A proper send-off from Mistina with love.
Barbados, guide us. Things are going a little too smoothly today. The rain won't slow me down.
What the fuck? You listen back. สู้กับตัวเลยอ๋อกูจำไม่ค่อยได้ใช้ธาตุไฟสินะโอ้ยธาตุไฟ3 ตัวก็ตายแล้ว
Ready to rumble.
ไงไม่เปลี่ยนทีมให้ล่ะเอ๊ะลืมหน้าท่าเอาลองเดี๋ยว
Many happy returns. No pain, no gain.
You're toast! Nice and spicy. Hey there! Fire! Well, with rocks. That's fun!
Up to it, Manzai.
What's your problem? Hey there!
Eyes on me!
Out of the frying pan, it's fire! Well, with rocks. Haha! Boba! Water!
Many happy returns.
Coming at you! Watch out! Fire! Well, with rocks. Coming at you! That's not!
I never yield. To ashes! This isn't good.
Into the fire!
Show's over. Folks.
No! Not me.
ตายหมดแล้ว
decide whether pyroslime's better with salt and pepper or garlic and herbs.
Put M โอเคโอเคเวทเทพเจ้างั้นเหรอ Oh my god
Race you!
Hey, it's them!
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Indeed we are.
We have time.
It's the same topic we discussed
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh?
Unfortunately, we Huh?
I presume you'll want to read mine as well.
Well, what do you think?
Hey, Traveler, remember how last time?
What did you find out? Something big?
It's a long story. Basically, we have some friends in Inazuma, and...
Wow, so many new details. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Amanoma clan, you say? Then I guess it must be true. Ugh. So there's no ghost story here after all.
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis.
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't...
And they're back at it.
Oh, so sorry. Look at...
You're welcome. See ya.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Will do. Nahida, we're here!
Traveler, Paimon, how have you been?
Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time.
The Balladeer? It sounds like some kind of code name. You look troubled. Is... Traveler?
Hey, what's wrong?
That's quite a story. So, this puppet known as the Balladeer,
But how is he
as the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Nevertheless, it does make sense.
So, you believe this person really existed?
Yes. Theoretically speaking, the Traveler comes from a world, so if there's anyone in the world...
Paimon's having a hard time understanding that...
I can only make inferences based on the information... Something else worrying you? Something it couldn't change the fate of the one. Once the balladeer, he couldn't keep hating humans after the story makes sense. The balladeer tried to achieve godhood. That power then enabled him to change.
Yeah, it does make sense. It just feels so hopeless.
Please wait a moment. Found it. This should be the one. It turns out that I have a strange way of confirming everything he has told us.
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. You should take a look.
Is this a fairy tale?
I authored this record myself.
Huh?
When combined with the traveler's narrative...
Hold on. So this
Yes. Any information about the changing the information that Irminsul can't change...
That's incredible!
And sending the traveler in... This story is abstract enough that... But if we connect all... There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not. The kitten too wished to become... Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked. A gray fox stood up, and the monster smiled. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him the fire was extinguished, but the two promised they would spend their whole lives together. But the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. Never again would it cherish how it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then...
We solved it!
I remember now. To become a god, he was experimented on. This memory was creating a deity was just the first. I buried it deep inside.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely...
The balladeer agreed to help me before he vanished. We still don't know how to change the Irminsul.
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole...
This is why wisdom alone can... So the answer is not... When you give someone the truth, to others looking on, never forget that even when we... And that is what you have been doing.
Yeah, Nahita's right. Cheer up. How about we go get some...
Good idea. Paimon.
You got it. Come on, Traveler. You need to get out of your head for a... Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar. That'll be sure to lift our spirits. It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up. What should we eat first? something to eat. What is it? Have you figured? Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
Hey! Hey, wait!
Hmm? You mean...
No, not you. That kid! Didn't you see? Little rat. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing.
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Who's that guy? You know him or something? He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsetias, and I promise to
leave it to me. I'll find some more.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around,
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First,
Hey! What do we do now? Okay, stay out of sight.
yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back. Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
He spotted us!
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice. Have we met before? No, we haven't met. But you know me? I have no recollection.
Are you absolutely...
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Huh?
You were right! The look on his face!
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with the lot. Look, I'm just a wanderer. Okay, but please let me deliver.
Are you really working for that guy?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm.
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Then let's return to the city.
A reward on the road.
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more.
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird. But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly.
But I don't... No, you're right. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for...
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run in...
Thank you. All right, done.
Don't waste my time. I am the cutting edge of fashion. Your life is mine. It's nothing. Delicate as silk.
You're toast! Booba, get them!
Teamwork is dreamwork. Don't waste my time.
Charge!
Going in!
Press the advantage!
Submit!
Who wants some of this? Let's roll!
It's nothing. Teamwork is dreamwork!
Everyone on me! Advance! Bam! It's showtime!
Don't waste my time. Submit!
Fall in!
I'm going in! It's nothing.
Rally! Charge!
Give up.
Time to clean up.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
Press the advantage!
It's nothing. Submit!
As a dutiful maid would. Steady as...
leg.
Rally!
Time to clean up.
Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from day!
Leave it all to your grand finale. Observe. As a good knight should.
Press the advantage! Charge! Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Huh? Here's the goods. One.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Get them.
Come a little closer.